everyone. So this is coffee talk. I know I haven't done one in a long time and I'm so sorry, but finally I found something that I could relate to. And so I found a topic and I forget who had said something. The topic is, how do I stay single and content? For me, there is rules that I have came up with that I had thought really deeply about, and how do I mean, I literally had to sit there and be like, I don't know how I do it. Let me think of like criterias that I had to actually do to achieve being content while being single. So being single isn't always necessarily a choice, and it is two people. Some people choose to be single and some people just have to be single because they just haven't met somebody yet. I am single. I'm not with Olivia's dad. I haven't been with him since I was 2 months pregnant. So Olivia has only known me. She doesn't even know the word dada. And actually the funny thing is that she refers to dogs as dada. I guess that kind of fits. Me being single, I haven't always been single since I've had Olivia. I did have one relationship that didn't work out, and it was just because our personalities weren't very compatible. Yes, Olivia, my ex-boyfriend did love her, but relationships just can't be based on just loving the child. Like, I can't be neglected, obviously. It's just not going to work. That was awesome that I have found somebody that really truly loved Olivia. But it's just not going to work if I don't feel that way for that person. Obviously, we're not together anymore. So how do I stay content? So the one thing that you need to do, the first thing that I would say would be, you need to find yourself. So I'm going to list things that are like statements about myself that I know for sure that's me. Hi, I'm Michelle. I am 24 years old. I live in California. I love my daughter Olivia. She is 16 months old. I love shopping. I love beauty. I love style. I went to fashion school. I love thrift store shopping. I love vintage furniture. My favorite color is green. I'm addicted to coffee. My biggest pet peeve is when people spell their wrong. There's T-H-E-R-E, E-I-R, T-H-E-Y, apostrophe R-E. I hate when people spell those wrong. I also hate when people spell two wrong. T-O-O and T-O are different. Anyway. I'm very analytical. I am a Virgo. These are things that I just know about myself, and they're definite and it's true. I think before you get into a relationship, you have to know who you are, what you like, before you enter into that relationship. I think that's really important. I have a child now, so there's certain things I now have to look for before I even get to know somebody, because I'm not willing to waste my time on somebody that just isn't going to be a good fit for me and Olivia. I have to think of her as well. So if you have a child and you're single, that also is in play. So it is a little bit harder, and so you almost have to really get used to being single if you do have a child, because it is a lot harder to find somebody perfect that will fit nicely and that will accept your routine and accept that you have a daughter and accept your daughter or son and love, and just be willing to take on a certain responsibility. Not everything, of course, but just a certain one. So 2, don't settle for people because you're lonely. I know a lot of people that do that because they can't literally be alone. And I know it's not a bad thing. A lot of people are like this. Sometimes I feel like I can be like that sometimes. But it's something that you need to get over, especially if you have a child. Like, you can't just keep bringing people in and out of your life. And even if you don't have a child, it's not healthy for you anyway. I think that you have a type, you need to figure that out. If that means dating certain people, getting to know people, doesn't mean, having sex with them. It just means that, you have some sort of relation with them, and you're just talking or hanging out or texting, whatever. Get to know people, get to know the type of person that you like, because your time is precious, their time is precious. You do not want to waste somebody's time. I think the worst thing that you can do is really settle, because in the end it's just not going to end right, because later on you're going to find that it just doesn't work anymore, and you're like, dang, I wish I didn't settle, because I just realized we don't really have that much stuff in common. And that kind of leads into my third little rule, is be courteous to other people. You know from the beginning, and I could pretty much say this for everybody, if something's going to work and something isn't. And there's certain red flags that people see and they try to ignore because they want to be open to certain types of people, but in the end it's really hard to change people and you really shouldn't try. So you really should find somebody that is kind of a perfect fit and not, oh, well, I can change that, you know, about him later, because people don't really change. And I think the more you date and stuff, you'll notice that it's true. So don't waste other people's time. Like, be courteous. Be, you know, it's not fair to somebody when you know it's just not going to work out from the beginning and you just kind of keep trying and kind of string them along. It's really rude. It's not healthy for you, and it's wasting your time and their time, and their feelings are getting involved, and you're just kind of messing with people's heads. It's not nice, for one. It's kind of a waste of time, and it actually adds burden onto you. So I would suggest just don't do that at all. So my fourth rule is, I'd say use this time being single as a way to get your priorities and goals straight. So what I mean is, a lot of people, and even me, I'm just as guilty, is that when you're with somebody, you just want to spend a lot of time with them. You change your plans to kind of form around theirs. It's really hard to focus when you're like in love and la la land or whatever. So I know that when you're single, take full advantage of it. Do what you want to do. Get your priorities straight, because most of the time you're not going to meet somebody by looking for them. Just being yourself and doing what you normally do during your day, I think that's kind of when you start meeting people. And that has happened with me. When I started doing my own thing, I met my ex-boyfriend that I was with. And so it just, sometimes things just kind of fall into your lap when you're not expecting it. But just know that you need to get to your goals first, because most of the time, and I think 98% of the people that are my friends or anybody that I'm in contact with, they love independent women. They love people that have their own thing going for them, and they have goals. Like, that's super important. I think that you need to get your stuff done, and this is the perfect time to do it, is when you're single. With me, it was hard. Well, I didn't date while I was with, when I had Olivia in my stomach. I obviously didn't. That's really awkward. And even after, so I really was single for like a year and a half, and that whole time that I was, it was like clarity. Now I'm very content with being single. Yeah, sometimes it does get lonely, I'm not gonna lie, but it's almost better than being in a relationship with like fighting and trouble and, you know, settling and not settling for the right one and just kind of over analyzing a relationship. I feel like I just got a lot more stuff done. And I realized what I do want to do with my life and how to raise Olivia, and I got to spend a lot of special moments with her and do everything for her. And so when you have a kid, I feel like my priorities went from, you know, me and dating and guys to now it goes Olivia, me, and then guys. So they're just kind of last on my list, and I think that should where they should be until maybe I have a little bit more downtime, because I'm not willing to give up time that's Olivia's time. I'm just not willing to give it up, because one, she only has me. She doesn't have a dad to share the time with where I can get stuff done. I'm not willing to compromise her time for somebody else that might not be it. Like, I feel like I'll know when I meet them, or it'll just come at the right time. So right now I'm working on my career, so Olivia gets my full attention. I think a lot of people have a lot of issues with trying to move on from one person to the next, and it's really not healthy. And I feel like when I have met a guy that kind of did that, it actually kind of scares me off from him. It's a red flag, because it shows that you can't be alone, and that if something happens with you and him and it doesn't work out, he's on to the next. And it almost makes me feel like he settled with me somehow. So I don't want to feel like that. I think that being single is obviously not a bad thing, and a lot of the time it's more of a choice. Like, I choose to be single. It's your choice to be single. It's your choice to be in a relationship and bounce around. That's true, but I get scared from people like that. I really can't trust somebody like that. So I think it is important that everybody, that before they get in a relationship, knows who they are and what they can bring to the relationship. With that being said, I really think that everybody that is single and that plans on being single, just try it out one time. If you even are that person that jumps from relationship to relationship, just try it out. What do you have to lose? Be single for 3 months, figure all your stuff out, and then look at relationships. You'll see it in a different light. You'll see that it's almost easier to be single to get all your stuff done. And if you can balance the two, like, awesome. Like, that is like something I've always strived to be. Balance the two, yes. But if you know you physically can't balance the two, take some time off from being in a relationship, because it really, you will benefit from it, I promise. Anyway, I hope that I helped you guys. If you have any questions, let me know. I want to start doing more coffee talks. I just need more topics that I can really relate to. I don't like talking about things that I don't know or have experience, because I'm all about experience. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This one's probably not going to be as long as the other ones, but I'm trying to kind of organize my my coffee talks to where I just kind of get to the point. I know I ramble a lot. Anyway, you guys take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.